Halt!
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming?
We're doing a fundraiser for the VFW, which is, of course, veterans of foreign wars. We're trying to raise money to help our veterans and to help our other associations that we, apply to. And it's been planned for a couple of months. Our commander, Ken Adams, has done a great job, and I'm trying to help him and do whatever I can. We have a silent auction going on. We have baskets. We have a band that has donated their time. We have the Improv Comedy Club that has donated their time for us, and all the people that we have tried to get here to help raise money for our veterans.
We had Tom's Barbecue. They donated a bunch of food, and we had like the live band and a bunch of raffles, and we had a tattoo artist that gave a raffle for a tattoo. We had massage, different bottles of wine, all kinds of sporting events, stuff like that.
Well, coming up we have the Marine Corps birthday on the 10th of November, and then you have Veterans Day on the 11th of November. So this is a good weekend to have a Veterans Appreciation type celebration. So we're able to put an event together where we have a nice band. We had a comedy team come down here, and a nice spread of food, and just having a nice time and appreciation for the vets.
I'm the commander here at Chandler VFW Post 7401, and this is basically a way, an outreach to the community and to veterans to let them know that the VFW is here in Chandler, and to be aware that we're here to help the community and our veterans. It's basically to benefit all the programs that the VFW represents and who we contribute to. In order for these events to happen, we need those type of funds to support our causes.
Well, tonight we're collateral damage.
No. Tonight we're the undecided.
Undecided. No, we used to be the undecided, and then we decided.
So we're billed as the undecided.
Okay, fine, but we did decide, and now we're collateral damage. But tonight, last night only, we're the undecided. He's a guitar. He's a guitar.
I work on the drums.
He plays the voice box.
La 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 la.
And I play the bass.
6-year Navy veteran from 81 to 87. Anywhere Reagan sent the Navy for those, for that span, I was there. I joined when I was 17, got out when I obviously was 23. I was married, had a little girl. The first couple years I worked in the same field I'd done in the Navy, and went into mechanical engineering.
So I was active from 92 to 96. I was a gas turbine systems electronic technician, and I did a couple of Westpacks. I forgot all the really bad stuff from doing a Westpac, and all I remember is the really, really good stuff.
Funny how that works.
I was stationed in Long Beach. They shut that base down. I ended up in Everett. I got out, and I came down here to Arizona to go to DeVry Institute of Technology, and I picked Arizona because they had a lot of golf courses, and I like to golf. So yeah, I got a degree when I got out of the Navy. I did some work, but all I can really remember now is when I picked up the guitar and I started playing music, and
life changed.
It really did, actually. It really did, and it's so much more fun now. And with these guys, I mean, how could you not have fun?
This place is super important for a lot of reasons. It's not only for the vets that are older than us, that have served in Vietnam and all the world wars, but also the newer vets, the ones that went overseas recently and are coming back now, and they really don't have a place to go to relate with with their peers after what they've been through. It's really a good place for them to just network and be able to talk to somebody that they know and that has been through what they've been through and have that support system. That's really what we're about.
Well, the VFW is a lot different than the American Legion, because the VFW, which we don't have as many members, because that you have to be in a foreign war, which a lot of people don't understand that. Like now, we have a couple of people left from World War II. Our majority people are Vietnam era. My husband was in Vietnam. A lot of them now, the younger boys like yourself, are coming in from Iraq, Afghanistan, and they're coming down and they're joining up. We're trying to get them involved in this, but we realize that they're very busy because they're going to school. They're trying to reestablish their life here back from Iraq and Afghanistan, which is very, very difficult for them. So we also have our service manager here that tries to get them into the VA so that they can get help and whatever they need. And we are here to support them, their families, and like I said, have fundraisers. Friday nights we have steak dinners for the families, for, open to the public, and try to do whatever we can for them and their families.
Well, for civilians, because most civilians, they'll have families or friends or relations that have been in the military. So by reaching out, they can help support, the fellow veterans in their lives. The VFW, what we can do is we can try and help the vets when they come off active duty to help make the transition into the private sector. And it's really just the camaraderie of brothers to help each other out. Because a lot of people, it's a generational gap. A lot of people think of the VFW just associated with, we'll call them the old timers, those that served before us. So we're trying our best to try and get some young blood in the organization so we can still remain relevant to the veterans. So I guess tonight would be a nice example, okay, because it's opened up and it covers the whole spectrum of age groups. So, the younger vets all the way to the more senior vets, come out here tonight and have a really nice time. If you have a lot of vets coming back from Iraq and Afghanistan, love to have them come on down here and make them part of our team.
I gotta say, when I first got out, I was really disconnected from the veteran community. It wasn't until recently, it was kind of around the same time when I started with this band thing. I joined the VFW, and I started getting connected to the community. It was really good for me to get connected back with people who shared experiences with me, and I could meet people that were 30 years older than me, and we had a common basis to strike up conversations, and immediately, like we were old friends, talk about things that we all understood and connect on a level that it just couldn't connect with people that I met in college or in the normal workforce. And I don't know, it just kind of all lined up at the right point in my life. It was really good for me.
Yeah, it always seems to work that way. It's like, that common bond, even if it's a different sort, it doesn't matter if it's a different sort.
I mean, we all went to boot camp, we all went to a school, we all were separated from our families.
It doesn't matter if you went in 1965 or 1995 or 1981. Some of those things always remain, some of those things are the same.
Yeah, no, constants. Until I met Ken and I came down here to post 1702, I hope I got the number right, I had this idea that I think a lot of people have of the VFW, that it's for old timers. And it's not true. Veterans are veterans, especially veterans of foreign wars. We've all been through the same stuff. What I really liked about Ken was doing here is that, the baton is passing. The honor guard is moving the flags to the next generation. We got a lot of veterans coming out of foreign wars, because it's, up until these last couple, there's been a big gap, right? And that's why people kind of had this impression that it was for old timers. It is not for old timers anymore.
Am I an old timer?
Well, yeah, but that's beside the point.
Currently, we're involved with Girl Scouts, Brownies, Young Marines, Boy Scouts, these are youth groups, but they're our future. So we're putting a lot of emphasis on our youth. In addition to the youth groups that we're working with, we're also working with SVA, which the VFW has partnered with over the years, and we went out and spent some time introducing ourselves to the SVA and trying to build that relationship. And we've got a really good communication thing going with the SVA and to support our student veterans as they support us. Touching base with the community and reaching out to the community and letting them know that we're here not only for veterans but for the community as well is something that we need to do so we can support our community, which in turn our community will support us. And that was the ultimate goal.